Hello and welcome back to the Sports Centre YouTube channel. Me and Carl here today, basically coming off the back of one of the revolving stories, fiascos, what do you want to call it, Carl? The Chelsea saga continues.
The soap opera.
It's literally like EastEnders, isn't it?
It is. And it is doom and gloom as well.
Well,
Oh,
do you
it's
know
for
what?
some players. It is for some players.
It is for some players. I've been having to think about this today, and I don't know what your take on it is. And a lot of people are saying it's a farce. Signing all these players, what they're doing to some players like Chilwell and Sterling and Conor Gallagher, which we'll kind of get onto. But obviously, we spoke in the Gallagher video last week and the Sterling video this week. Is your stance still the same on how things are at Chelsea, or have you altered at all?
I think they are still the same, but there's other things that have come out on this since then. Like Maresca's done his press conference or an interview yesterday, stating, "Look, I'm not working with 42 players. I'm only actually working with 21."
Yeah.
So that's telling me there's 21 players that are either going to be sold or in the reserves slash under 21s. Which, don't get me wrong, they have signed a hell of a lot of young players,
Mm.
so for the future. And just to add to that, I've also heard, which we sort of knew anyway, because that they are blatantly planning for a transfer ban.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Now, as most of you will know, I was giving away a pair of Nike Air Force Ones to one out of the first 100 subscribers. Now, when I came to do the draw, I've noticed that a lot of you aren't showing on my list of subscribers, and I think I know why. So what I need you to do is go to your YouTube homepage, come over to the top right-hand corner here to your home icon, click on that, and from the drop-down menu, click Settings. Over on the left-hand side, click Privacy. And what I think you'll find is this little toggle switch here, you will have turned on. And what that does is any channels that you subscribe to, it will keep you shown as private. So I need you to untick that. That will show you as public. And therefore I will be able to see you on my list of subscribers and put you in the draw for the Nike Air Force Ones. Right, let's get back to the video. Both things that you've kind of alluded to is what I were going to touch on as well. So obviously, as thought passed without conversating before this video, pretty much aligned, which is going to work well. Just on the Maresca press conference that he's done, then thought he came across pretty well. Me now,
Yeah, I did.
you can. I think me and you were quite similar in his thought processes in terms of how to deliver stuff, and honesty is the best policy. Just tell it straight. And I think that's all he's done. He's come out and he says, "Look, I am working with them players. Like you just said, he says, look, I've got a squad of 20 the other day that I trained with. I think I trained with 21 today, and the rest of them are like they're not training with the first team. I'm not dealing with them, and I've told them straight. And one particular scenario, which I kind of want to allude back to, is the Sterling thing because he said, didn't he? He categorically said, I spoke to Raheem before the City game.
Yes, but the problem with all this, the one thing that I don't agree with him is he's told other players that they're not in his plans. Now, why would you take Raheem Sterling on a preseason tour to America? Why would you not? Why would you not tell him that he's not in his plans when he told everybody else that they weren't in his plans? Why did they leave it with him right up until the last minute? That's what I don't agree with. But I don't know whether he was involved in the Neto deal, the João Felix deal, and obviously with them deals coming through, that has pushed Sterling out. Evidently, because he's taken his number. Neto's taken his number.
Well, I know this is what
Quite
our
brutal. It's
yeah,
quite brutal.
yeah.
That.
It's mental, isn't it? To be fair, the club have basically just said, listen, mate, not only are you going to be part of the first team this season, and I do agree to the extent, there's obviously some things changed because, like you said, he's told all these other players in advance or through pre-season, and he's pretty much told Sterling on the eve, maybe a couple of days before the opening day of the season. So Chelsea as a club have obviously something's gone on there where it's said, listen, we potentially need to ship another big earner off the wage bill. He's the one.
That's what it's come down to for me. it's definitely come from above and saying, look, right, we know that we're going to be sanctioned. When we come out of this sanction at the other end, we need to be on a par where we're not going to be sanctioned again. Therefore, we need to get these big earners off our books. Who are our big earners? X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Sterling's definitely one of them. I think he's actually the highest earner at Chelsea.
Yeah, I want to say if he's not the highest, he'll definitely be up there. But going back to Maresca, though, I kind of like how he's been, because a lot of football managers and players these days, they're all PR trained out, and all answers are very cliche. They're all the same. They're very boring. You'll know when we know. It's all about the 3 points. It's all about the team. All that same BS. And you didn't really get any of that with Maresca the other day. You got really clear, really precise, and really specific answers. And don't get me wrong, he didn't go into great detail, but he answered pretty much everything that me, you, and probably the rest of the bloody footballing world have kind of wanted answering for maybe a week or two now.
But not only that, but it was blunt. So there's no way of like, oh, did he mean this, or why did it? There was no like questioning his answers. His answers were direct, which, like you say, is exactly what you want.
Yeah. Do you
not
think
politician style?
No, exactly. Do you think? And do you know what? I'd be interested to get Chelsea's thoughts on. If we have got any Chelsea fans watching this video, let us know your thoughts in the comments. But do you think maybe some Chelsea fans might have a bit of reassurance now about what the club's doing? The direction they're going in, because 2 weeks ago you didn't have a clue. It was just players coming in, players coming in. Obviously, there were a few kind of getting left out and potentially having to look for other clubs. But I think now more than ever, I think you get a bit of a picture of what Chelsea are actually trying to do as a club and what they're trying to do moving forward.
Maybe, but obviously we don't follow them like Chelsea fans will follow them, so they're probably hear more about it than we do. But that was quite a clear message, I felt. Still don't agree with it completely. Obviously, like I said at the beginning.
What do you agree with? Sorry to cut you off, but what do you agree with?
The contract lengths, the amount of players are signing, like how many wingers they've got. They're still talking about going out and signing a striker, because they still don't have one. So they're still on about spending some more yet. I don't know if I don't agree with it because it's just not the norm, and that's probably why it's throwing my thoughts way off. But they can see a ban. The fact that they can see the ban coming, because obviously they owned up to saying, look, it's been in the Abramovich era, something happened, and these accounts or whatever else, or some tax fiddle or some offshore tax fiddle. So they handed themselves in, so they know they're going to be getting a ban or a transfer ban or something. So to stockpile up, it's taking the absolute piss in my eyes. Clever, but it's taking the piss.
But that's what I was going to say. In a way, you can.
They're covering themselves.
Look at both sides of the coin. And you think the future proofing out there.
Yeah, and I completely get it, but I'm not a Chelsea fan, so that's why it's pissing me off. So I think because this transfer ban, it ain't going to mean a fucking thing. So it just means let's go out and break all the rules, and then before you're penalised, counteract that by fucking signing X, Y, Z, spending X, Y, Z. It's just it's not even going to affect them.
It'd be interesting to see who's. I know we spoke about on the Raheem Sterling show that I think who's going to cherry pick these players, because we're closing into just over a week left of the window.
Well, to be fair, Dan, let me just jump in there. We actually, I think you said, I wonder whether these players are going to be, people are going to put cheeky offers in. It was the very next day, I think Napoli put a 25 mil bid in for Lukaku.
Did they really?
Obviously rejected, and they were like,
that's literally what we said, wasn't it? That is literally what we said.
Because they know that they need to get rid of him. But one thing I want to ask you, where he's been touted today, and it's got a Juve as Sterling.
I've heard that as well. Yeah,
I can see him going to MLS, to be honest.
There's MLS, and then there's the obvious Saudi, isn't there?
Well, he's already said he's not going to Saudi, hasn't he? Because of his young kids.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, he said he's not going there.
But then that
just don't see him fitting in with it.
that makes you think about the MLS then, because ultimately, if he said for family reasons that he's not going to go to Saudi Arabia, then maybe that rule out America as well?
You'd think so, but America seems to have a different set of rules because people like taking the kids there for a better way of life in America and stuff. Whereas, no language barrier, there's a lot of the same traits. It's not like
I don't know how old his kids are because it's a difficult one, isn't it? You don't think about this stuff, but when kids are settled in schools and stuff like that, there's all that kind of stuff to think about. And I don't know actually how old his kids are, to know how settled they are in school and communities and stuff like that. Because you think taking the kids away from all the friends and everything like that it's a big decision,
deal.
isn't it? Yeah,
it's a big deal, big deal.
Mm.
And it'd be definitely something that it stopped me doing the type of work I do. I used to work nationwide, and I stopped it as soon as I had a young family. Never mind moving myself to another country and uprooting my kids to another country.
I think if someone's offering you 300 grand a week, though, Carl, yeah, it makes you think a little bit different, doesn't it?
I don't know. It's pittance, isn't it?
That don't get out of bed for less than half
a mil.
Oh dear. Well, I'm. Do you know what? I'd say the transfer window to me kind of lost a bit of not credibility, but a little bit of enthusiasm, especially with me. And I'm quite looking forward to this next week. I think
shit's happening.
Yeah, I think shit is going to happen. I mean, I'm optimistic, and I'm praying that Liverpool are going. I know we've potentially signed a goalkeeper today, but it's not what we need. He's going straight back out on loan. But I think this window, I think there is going to be a lot of surprise and a lot of activity, and especially on that last day, I think it could be something that potentially I might tune in and watch again because I think it could be decent.
Well, I think we're in for 3 or 4. Looks like Trippier's on his way out. He said he wants to go.
We just signed Matt Gay, for fuck's sake.
It's doing my fucking head in, mate. Honest to God. Honest to God, just pay the 5 mil. He's already overrated at 65, so he might as well go to 70 and just fucking pay it.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyway, good show that, mate. I liked it. Looking forward to the basically the conclusion of the transfer window. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Let us know your thoughts, guys, on the Chelsea situation, on the transfer window. Are you looking forward to it? Would you take any of the, I'm going to call them outcasts, I know they're not, but would you take any of the Chelsea outcasts at your club?
Rejects.
Chelsea reject. Yeah, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching the video. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you later.